All right, so here we are just getting 2024 kicked off, and Harley-Davidson is wasting no time. The soft pre-launch of many new 2024 models is live on the Harley-Davidson website, and none of it is really jaw-dropping, I must say. So in this video, I'm not going to go over all those specs and pre-launch models in detail because I've got much bigger things to talk with you about. You see, Harley has a virtual launch event named America Dreamin', scheduled for January 24th, 2024 at 10 a.m. Central Time. I'll drop a link in the description where you can get signed up to view it. So this virtual event is where Harley will actually be making the big announcements that we all care about and announcing any big changes. I'm going to share with you what's very likely coming on January 24th, along with some other bold predictions. And of course, I'll share my personal wants from Harley for 2024. I don't even know where to get started with all this, so let's just dive in. Welcome back, Bikeaholics. Ryan Urlacher here at lawabidingbiker.com. I always thank you. That's right, you, for checking back in. All right, so let's just tackle this topic first and get it out of the way. And that's, of course, the price of Harley-Davidson motorcycles here in 2024. Now, I can tell you that I get a ton of comments on my videos on this channel when I talk anything about Harleys. And one of the biggest complaints I see is how high the prices are today. Now, with that said, I do believe Harley is at least aware of the pricing issue they're having with the consumer. I say that because two bikes within the 2024 Sport lineup with the Rev Max engine, the price did decrease by $1,500, and that would be the Nightster Special and the Nightster. The Sportster S actually went up in price. I do want to give props to Harley on the price decrease on those two models. However, I'd like to see price decreases across the board, as it appears all other bikes went up in price as expected. Now, I do believe the reason Harley decreased the price on those two entry-level models is to appeal to the younger demographic of riders they've been trying to reel in over the past years. But for the core Harley customer, it doesn't appear at this point that we'll see any price decreases in 2024. And whatever is released on January 24th, prices will likely increase. And yes, for all you Indian owners watching, yes, Indian also increased their prices across their touring lineup. So this is not just unique to Harley. As always, let me know your thoughts about the pricing from both companies in the comments below. So let's talk motors for 2024. I strongly believe that they'll be discontinuing the 107 cubic inch M8 motor as it's been out since 2017. The pre-launch touring bikes already on the website are the Road Glide Limited, Road King Special, and the Ultra Limited, all rocking the M8 114 cubic inch motor. I didn't see the 107 cubic inch motor on any of the other bikes on the website. I think it's RIP to the 107 motor. So let's take a moment of silence, please. RIP 107 motor, nothing but love. Okay, so I do believe that they'll announce a new displacement motor, maybe something like a 111, I don't know, for the standard Road Glide and Street Glide models, and the special models will have the 114, while NEST models will be rocking the 117 motor. But I believe these will be variable valve timing motors, as we saw with the release of the 2023 CVO models. It's a safe bet to say that Harley will reserve the 121 cubic inch VVT motor for the CVO models, as that will keep them separated and unique from the rest of the lineup, which is traditional for the CVOs. Next, let's dive into body styles and fairings for 2024. Now, in the video I released when Harley invited me to Monterey, California in July of last year to test ride and review the 2023 CVOs, I made a prediction that in 2024 or 2025, they'd move much, if not all, of the new features we saw, such as the fairing redesign, over to the special model lineup. Okay, so I'm going to make a bold prediction that the Street and Road Glide Specials will get the completely new fairing design we saw on the 2023 CVOs, while the standard models will have the older design. In 2025, I believe the standard models will also get that fairing upgrade. With that new fairing design, the special models will also come with the inner dash upgrade with the entirely new digital dash and infotainment system like we saw on the 2023 CVOs, while the standard models will have the older Boombox GTS unit that has been out since 2019 and certainly needs to be retired. And like I said previously, these special models will have the 114 M8 motor with variable valve timing. Fingers crossed. Now, I know that my prediction here is really bold, but I do know that if Harley did this, sales would spike big time in 2024 for those special models. I say that because many have been holding out for many years for some really big change like this to justify upgrading older touring models. I guarantee changes this big would get many consumers over the hump to make the purchase. And if my prediction is wrong here, well, you can beat me up later when I release my video right after the virtual event on the 24th on this channel, so stay tuned for that. But at least I was brave enough to say it. And if you're new to the channel or unaware, this literally is a very large community of bikers helping bikers on this channel. I do a lot of talking, but I always look forward to reading your comments. So leave them below. Give me your predictions and or opinions. I also know that Harley reps often see comments right here on this channel. All right, just real quick, we'll get right back into your video. As you can imagine, a ton of man hours, effort, and expenses go into keeping this channel going strong. There is a way you can support us by becoming a patron member, and I'll link to it in the description below. There are a lot of benefits for signing up, such as t-shirts and stickers. You get access to the private Facebook group, which is a troll-free zone. It literally is nothing but bikers helping and connecting with other bikers in there. You get podcasts early, access to live video broadcasts and chat, access to premium videos up on request, and access to ride, meetup, and events. And there are a lot of those going on here in 2024. All right, let's get back into your video. Okay, now for some more bold predictions. Okay, so King of the Baggers has literally blown up over the past several years. And in my video, after Harley invited me down to Arizona to hang out with the factory team and riders preseason last year, I made some predictions. Or maybe they were just my wants. But I believe Harley is working on some sort of King of the Baggers inspired street legal model. And not like the Street Glide ST, but something much bigger than that. Something that represents King of the Baggers more, like a street or road glide that has much more lean angle, mid controls, and other things, making it truly race inspired. Something that a novice could literally not only ride on the street, but could also take out to the track on the weekend and get involved in the sport. Harley has been really pushing King of the Baggers and are heavily invested now, so a model to push the sport further and bring attention to Harley only makes sense to me. So I think we may see a King of the Baggers inspired bagger released in 2024. And remember, this is just the first virtual launch for 2024, and you can certainly bet that Harley will make other announcements throughout the year in 2024, as we saw last year. This seems to be the new norm. I'd certainly say at minimum, they'll be releasing an icon model and an enthusiast collection during 2024. And let's not forget about the electric Livewire segment of the company that released the S2 Del Mar last year and certainly may have something for us in 2024. And what a fun bike that was to ride when I was in Milwaukee last year for the 120th anniversary event. Next, I want to talk about the Pan America Adventure Bike. Now, if you're new to the channel, I'll let you know that I ride street a lot and am also heavily involved in adventure riding. I originally got to test ride and review the Pan America, Harley's first stab at the adventure bike market, in Sturgis when it was released in 2021. And let's not forget that the Pan America quickly became the #1 selling full-size touring style adventure bike in North America, stomping out long-standing adventure motorcycle brands. It really upset the adventure market, and even I was surprised at this. And I got to test ride and review the Pan America again last year at the TourTech Adventure Rally in Plain, Washington. And it was really awesome to get back on that bike. It was everything I remembered in 2021. So if you don't follow the adventure market, I can tell you that over the past several years, the middle to lightweight adventure market has blown up. Companies are competing and putting out bikes faster than I can keep up with. I have predicted many times a lighter 975cc version of the Pan America, which would be very cool. However, I really hope at this point Harley would go even smaller and lighter than that to compete in that middle to lightweight adventure market. So I'm boldly predicting that in 2024, maybe not the January event, that Harley will release a model like that. I think they would completely upset the adventure market again, just like they did with the full-size heavyweight touring market. Interestingly, Indian seems to be trying to compete with Harley, but as of now, they have no answer to the Pan America. We'll have to see if they're trying to get into the adventure market at some point. One more very bold prediction. All right, so before I hang myself out on this one, I just wanted to let you know that after the launch event airs on the 24th, I will be dropping a video on this channel with my reactions, opinions, and I'll be giving further insight. I'll literally break it down for you without all the fluff, like I always do. So make sure you subscribe to this channel so you're notified when that video drops. And while you're at it, hit that like button. I have got a ton in store for y'all in 2024. Yeah, I'm just getting started, Bikeaholics. Oh yeah, and also make sure you tune into the Law Abiding Biker podcast, where we talk about things like this in a lot more detail, and we have a ton of fun doing it. You can listen on any major podcast platform. Okay, so my last prediction. And I know this one may be a real big stretch, but heck, I'm going for it at this point. For many years now, we've all heard about this elusive Bronx Street Fighter model that Harley was working on, but then stalled on it, and it has never been released. That upset a lot of consumers who were really ready to buy that bike and wanted to see that project come to fruition. Many still long for a model like that from Harley, and we still hear about it. Now, Indian has the FTR, and as of now, in my opinion, Harley has not responded to compete with that model. And the Bronx Street Fighter would do just that. Now, some may argue that the Harley Sportster S is the answer to the FTR, but I think otherwise. They are different enough to me that they are not direct competitors. I definitely think there's room for a Harley FTR, if you will. So I'll really stretch here and predict that sometime in 2024, we'll see Harley finally release a model. Maybe not named the Bronx Street Fighter, but it will compete with the Indian FTR. And again, I look forward to reading your predictions and opinions in the comments below. I think that's all. All right, I'm popping some videos on the screen here for you. Hopefully some useful or entertaining, heck, maybe both. At any rate, when you're done watching videos, make sure you get out there and ride every chance you get, Bikeaholics. Peace.